Have you ever stopped to think about friendship? Is it just something that happens? Or is it a skill, something you can actually teach? Well, today we are going deep inside a really fascinating lesson plan that does just that. It treats making friends not as some kind of accident, but as a science. We're going to break it down step by step. So that's the big question, right? Is making a friend just a matter of luck, or is it a skill we can actually learn? This whole lesson plan is built on the idea that yes, it is absolutely a skill, and you can teach it. So let's see how the very first part of this lesson gets started. Okay, this is where it gets really clever. The lesson kicks off by turning the whole thing into a detective mission. The students aren't just students anymore. They become kindness detectives. And their first case file? To solve the case of the missing smile. Right away, empathy isn't a boring lecture, it's an engaging puzzle. And here's our mystery. We meet Alex. The lesson plan actually has the teacher point out his body language, his quietness. He is the case we need to crack. And by focusing on a character like Alex, someone every kid can imagine, the lesson makes this big idea of empathy feel really real and really immediate. Now, before we jump to solutions, the first thing that detectives do is brainstorm reasons why Alex might be sad. This is called the clue box, and it's such a brilliant exercise. It's a way to get the kids to really step into Alex's shoes and think about the why before they even start thinking about the what to do. So, once the mystery is laid out, it's time to get the right tools for the job. The lesson shifts from being a detective case to a full-on mission. And the students? They get a promotion. They are now kindness captains. I mean, how cool is that? It gives them a real sense of purpose, a positive goal to work towards. And what's the number one tool for any kindness captain? Well, it's defined right here, and I just love this definition. Kindness is like a little bit of sunshine you can share. It's so simple, but so powerful, right? It's not just about what you do, it's about what you give to someone else. So how do you actually share that sunshine? Well, here's the mission briefing. This slide breaks it down. It turns that big, abstract idea of kindness into a concrete checklist of things you can actually go out and do. It's a game plan for building friendships. All right, so you've got your mission briefing. Now it's time for some training. The kindness captains move into a practice phase, where they look at these little stories, the evidence, to learn how to spot these kind acts out in the real world. So here's the first piece of evidence to analyze. It's a super common schoolyard moment, right? Maya sees someone who needs a friend, and she decides to act. In the lesson, the teacher would think out loud like, is Maya helping Leo feel welcome? Yeah. Is this a kind act? For sure. This is a friendship builder. And the result of Maya's tiny action is this one huge feeling. Leo isn't just on the swings now. He's included. He feels like he belongs. And that, right there, that's the entire goal. But to really get it, you also have to see what doesn't work. So here's a different scenario. Poor Noah has a squished sandwich, and his friends just laugh. They're not trying to be evil, probably, but the reaction is a total friendship breaker. And the feeling it creates? The exact opposite of the first story. Even though Noah is literally surrounded by people, that laughter makes him feel completely and totally alone. This comparison makes it so clear. Your actions can either build a bridge to someone, or they can build a wall. Okay, so after looking at all the evidence, the kids get to pull everything they've learned together. And I love this part. The lesson switches to a brand new metaphor, friendship as a recipe. This is so great because it takes them from being detectives to becoming chefs, creating their own special formula for making a friend. And the lesson provides this whole list of ingredients. It's like a pantry full of social skills they can use. And notice, it's not a single strict recipe. The whole point is to give students a bunch of options so they can pick the ingredients that feel right for them. And here's where they get to cook it all up. They actually write out their own mixing instructions. It's basically a personal action plan, but it's disguised as this really fun, creative activity. This takes that checklist from before and turns it into a strategy they'll actually remember. But the lesson isn't over yet, not by a long shot. The final and maybe most important part is all about taking this recipe out of the classroom and into the real world. It's about actually putting kindness into action. Yep, this is the homework. It's called the Kindness Stars Plan, and it asks students to not just think about being kind, but to go out and do it. They have to plan 3 kind acts, go do them, and then talk about what happened. This is where learning becomes real life. And this slide just sums it all up perfectly, doesn't it? On the left, you see a small, everyday problem. On the right, you see a simple, kind act. And the result? A total change in how someone feels. It's this clear cause and effect that is the engine of friendship, and it proves this is something you can absolutely learn and practice. So when you boil it all down, this entire lesson comes back to one big idea. Friendships are not an accident, they are built. They are put together one small moment at a time, using these deliberate, teachable acts of kindness, the exact ingredients in our own personal recipes. So I'll leave you with this question. Think about your own life, at work, at home, anywhere. What's one small act of kindness, one ingredient from your own friendship recipe that you can plan to use this week? You might be amazed at the connection you can build.